Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. I'm finally doing a weekly guidance reading. It's been really tough lately to post because my schedule has been pretty busy, but I wanted to do one today and get some collective guidance. So yes, what do you need to know this week? Predictions and guidance. It's a general reading, and if you'd like a personal reading, the info is below. And if you are new here, welcome, and feel free to subscribe if you enjoy this reading at the end. So we have here the 4 groups. The timestamps are below, and I'll be using my handmade deck, the Child Tarot. So we have group number 1, andalusite. Group number 2 is the angelite heart. Group number 3 is black tourmaline. And group number 4 is selenite. Okay, so just take as much time as you need. You can pause the video. And whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who have chose group number 1, andalusite. So let's take a look. This will be the energies just for self, how you'll be doing spiritually, everything emotionally, and then we'll see the outer world. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, andalusite. Please and thank you. Spirit, just for this week, please, can we have some clear guidance and messages moving forward into this week? How will group 1 be doing in the area of self? What energies are coming towards them? Just in self. Thank you. Well, this looks very nice, very peaceful. This is the Star card. My version is the Fireflies. It kind of looks like you're doing literally some stargazing. I don't know if that's going to be literal, though, but it just looks like you're kind of daydreaming in some sense. I do think there's a hopeful energy, no matter what has happened in the last week or a few days or whatever. So if you feel called, because this is what really helped me yesterday, I had to do a chakra tuning, I guess, and I just listened to and watched a video from YouTube where it was all 7 chakras all in one go, and it sincerely helped me. I was very ungrounded, so just doing that, chakra meditating, will very much be helpful. Spirit, how will they be doing in the area of self this week? What's coming towards them? Okay, so it's confirmed multiple times here, so that there will be better balance for you internally, understanding what you need to do to correct for that balance, basically. And again, the second message for balance, as well as fairness, especially for some of you, for whatever reason, you've been experiencing unfairness in your life, you know, in situations or with people, or even with yourself. There will be better balance for you this week, especially by the 3rd day. I feel like the middle of the week is going to be really solid for you guys. Then, as we move forward into the mid to end of the week, there's going to be some bursts of movement here. Could be passion, excitement, some motivation, being that this is the area of self. There's just like this general movement ahead. This is the... I always forget to say it. But yeah, this is the 6 of Pentacles, Justice, and this is the 8 of Wands. And then we have the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles. This looks like to me that some of you, this is like around Wednesday, Thursday, only some of you are going to still be fighting yourselves with some kind of a decision. But this is only going to resonate, or it may resonate only if you already have been fighting yourself. If this is a new decision, I don't really see it kind of doing that. But if you've already been really indecisive about doing something or about any area of your life, I do feel like this is going to continue, okay, for maybe like a good half of you, which kind of fits with the seesaw energy here. What do they need to know? Is there any advice for that particular thing of what they're struggling with, that back and forth? Well, it does seem like your guides and the divine especially are trying to teach you something about this. They want you to leave the windows open for them, kind of. That sounds creepy, sorry. They want you to leave just an openness for them, is what they said. And they might even be giving you repeating numbers. You see the 444s right there. You have the guide here. Let's see. They're trying to get at something. They're trying to show you something. And they're not telling me exactly what this is, but they're just trying to say that there will be further guidance. They're giving me a strong Thursday for some reason. So I don't know if Thursday you're going to receive a sign. That actually could be the case. If you want to really look into that, what you could do is you could maybe search my channel for what signs will you receive. Now, I actually don't really recommend watching it because this should happen naturally, but I know some people are extra curious what the sign will be, and you could find confirmation in that video. But this will happen naturally, I think, from a good, like, 90% of people. In fact, they said 92% for some strange reason. What do we need to know, please? It's kind of like a simple thing at the end of it, where if you remove the fear or the some type of emotional struggle, I think that the answer is going to be very clear to you, because the answer of what you truly want to do is aligned with your happiness, with your soul, with just like your overall balance of your life. So I think that when you take away the fear and when you take away some of the maybe like the history of whatever is involved, and you're just focused on now on your truth and your soul, I do think it'll be much clearer. So you could be going through this for a particular lesson of your soul, of course. But anything else about what they're going to be experiencing in self for the rest of the week? Yeah, it's going to be okay by Friday. I think by Friday, if you are experiencing some unsettled energy, you will feel really, really good. Now, again, I mentioned about grounding with the chakra meditating. I did listen to the whole video, but then I put the one for root chakra grounding. It was like a chant thing. I just like listening to the music now. I think I'm going to just do that regularly. Because it's very helpful with just staying centered, and I see that right here. So if you do want to kickstart this energy and not go through this like headache over here, you can actually ground yourself today or whenever you're watching this, okay? The Master of Polynoses is the King of Pentacles, so anything at all to get yourself grounded within your energy. So that would be mainly the root chakra. This is going to be extremely helpful. So anything else that they need to know about just self, and then we'll look into your outer circumstances. Nope, that's it. Yeah, I mean, you're looking literally like pretty cool. Like, Master of Summertime is the King of Wands. So you have two kings here. I don't know if you're in your masculine energy this week, trying to get things done, or kind of just like stay in your conscious level awareness about certain things, especially your money. These are both kind of having to do with money. I actually have a financial reading, the one right before this, if you want to check that out. I do think you're going to be planning something. This is not going to appear only at the end of the week. This is probably something that's already a strong energy in your life, especially Wednesday. Something could be coming through where you're trying to solidify certain plans. But Group 1, we're looking really good. We're looking pretty good for this week. I think it's a strong energy. If you are, concerned about this decision, you have to trust yourself, I think. That's it. That's really it. You have to trust your intuition and, like, just trust your truth, like align with your authentic truth within yourself, and I think it'll be much easier to find that clarity, So let's see if there's anything in your outer world that we need to know about. Spirit, moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world? Can we know about, let's say, work, home, friendships, relationships, family ships, anything moving forward? What do they need to be aware of? What's coming towards them in their outer world, please? Group 1, andalusite. Yeah, there could be something going on here with a loved one. It's different for everyone, but there could be something here. Maybe someone is going through some difficult situation. This is going to be apparent quickly. So I'm posting this Monday night. Maybe it's already happened for some of you, or Tuesday. What do they need to know? What's the advice here? This is a close loved one, a feminine energy, male or female, but feminine energy. some advice here. It's a little hard to say. Someone here is unable to see how they can move forward. This is sounding pretty similar to what you had in the first spread. Okay, but the reason for this is pretty simple. It's pretty obvious. It's because of a burden. Someone is undergoing some kind of a repeating cycle, a heavy, repeating and heavy, burdensome cycle that will need to be healed, right? And if this person does not work on their healing, they may remain in a state of this confusion, doubt, stuckness, lots of stuckness of the heart space. So, I mean, in terms of what you can do about this, I mean, aside from just being supportive or giving advice, it's kind of this own person's journey, I will say. They didn't say that in the cards, but that's what it feels like. It just feels like this person is needing to go through their own journey, and all you can really do is just be there and perhaps give some guidance, but at the end of it, this is their path. Any other advice for this situation? I do feel that you love this person. I don't know in what capacity, because it's different for everyone watching, but you love this person. There is a love shared between the both of you, and it's obviously, it's very painful to see them go through this. Advice, please. Thank you. Maybe one additional thing you could do is just remind this person of their happiness, of what they truly, I guess, like what truly will make them happy, or reminding them of certain positive aspects of themselves, trying to boost their light and their vibration, because they're in a low vibration, or they could be potentially in a low vibration. It's not to say they've forgotten this, but they may need this encouragement. And obviously at the end of everything, we could send them good energy and ask angels and guides to be of some help as well. That's all they're saying about this. Just maybe be aware. If you feel like you're going to get kind of affected by this, please protect your energy right away, all right? I have a video for that in my description. That's just some tips that I've put out there. Spirit, what else, please? Moving forward, what else do they need to know in their outer world? Any other key items here that they need to know about? Group 1, thank you. Communication, clarity could be coming through. Maybe an answer, if you've been waiting for an answer about something, could be coming through. I don't know. The High Priestess was definitely obviously in the reverse there. I don't know if maybe just something is kind of coming to light in some way. Can you tell us what this is about, please? There could be an overall rebirth or starting of a new cycle for a lot of you that is going to kind of be I feel like it's going to be a gradual progression. This is not something that's going to rush forward and just be like, boom, like it's done. I think that the nature of whatever this is going to be gradual. That's the nature of the thing itself. So you're going to see it coming. You're going to see the steps being planted in front of you. I don't think it's going to be very, very abrupt. Anything else that they need to know about the Ace of Swords? This is going to be in different areas, though, for all of you. That's why I didn't really name one. Can you tell us about the Ace of Swords a little bit more? I kind of felt like you knew in your intuition already about what this was. Now you have kind of differing messages here, and you have 3 horses. So on the one hand, in the conscious level part of things, it is going to be a gradual step-by-step effect. But as you can see here, there's something else going on a deeper level. This is connecting to your spiritual growth and development, as well as your emotional growth and development. Now, if we're looking in that realm of things, this is going to be moving much faster, okay? There will be a fire burning within, I think, your heart space for something, whether it's like something creative or something new, or, you know, whatever. It could very well be something very new, being that we have 2 swords here. I mean, 2 aces here. What do they need to know about the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Swords? Anything else? Just be open to all kinds of imagination, creativity, light, positive experiences. That's really all they're saying. Just be very, very open to this. Is there anything else that we need to know about this, though? About how it's going to unfold? It will be successful. I mean, I'm happy to report that, whatever this means to you. Obviously, timing is different. I feel like a lot of things that are meant for us will always be successful in the outcome. The only matter is the timing. That's why we often think that we fail, but that's really not the case. It's that we don't succeed yet. Okay, so the timing is very relevant here in this situation as well. If you know what this is in your week, please let me know. It could be around midweek, like I said. Any final messages for group 1? Anything else that we need to know about that's coming towards them this week? Outer world. I think that's it. We have the Lovers. I don't really see this as like a specific person, but it does look really highly balanced, high vibrational, very, very good energy leading into, I'm hoping, the weekend and the next week as well. Is this a specific person that they're speaking of in the Lovers card? The letter B could be of significance for some of you, but I don't really like giving just random letters, but sometimes I kind of feel the need to. We have the Page of Wands. And any advice on this or anything, final message about the Lovers card and the Page of Wands, please? The Hierophant. This is the same message as before, if we recall. Sometimes I forget, but since this is only group 1, I remember that the Hierophant was also there, the teacher card from before. Towards the end of the week, particularly they said, I believe Saturday, right here-ish. They said that they're going to try to show you something. They're going to try to teach you something. And so just be open, and this will come very naturally to you. But I am seeing a bright and positive energy here for either yourself or if you're going to be associating with others. There's a really nice energy here, so enjoy it, okay? Group 1, I think that's it. Really, really interesting. Kind of fast-paced reading. I don't know if I just blew through that. I couldn't tell. But yes, that's what I have for you for today. I hope it resonated. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can subscribe. If you want a personal reading, link is below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the Angelite Heart. So first, let's take a look into just your energy with my handmade deck, the Child Tarot. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, the Angelite Heart group. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self, please? Just self, only what they're going through. After that, we'll get the outer world for you. So we have the Papa card. This is the Emperor. Let me just see the context of this. The other group got this too. The Five of Wands or Summertime in my deck. I kind of feel like you are fighting yourself a little bit here, only because the Emperor card, although you do look like you're in command and in control, the Emperor card does run the risk sometimes of being a little bit too controlling or even like rigid. I don't know if that's something you deal with a lot, but it does kind of seem like you're fighting yourself just a bit there. This is the Judgment card, so we have forgiveness. I kind of feel like there's going to be a lot of self-reflection this week, even though it's not the Hermit card. I just felt that here. I think you're trying to really figure out possibly some guidance or signs or synchronicities or something like that by maybe, I'm not really getting a time frame, honestly. It could be the first few days or whatever, but it kind of feels like you're really trying to figure something out. And for group 1, I had recommended for them to watch my other readings on signs. You don't have to do that, but it just seems like you may be trying to overanalyze, trying to figure out a sign. Or not just a sign, but guidance, okay? Can we know a little bit more? What energy is coming towards them and any advice? Thank you, Spirit. The number 4 does come to my mind. I mean, that was your first card. We have here the Master of Polynoses, which is the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Teacher, which is the Hierophant. And you have 2 5s there. And then on the clock, you do have 4 4 4. I pointed that out to group 1 as well. The collective energy, the collective union is strong for me lately, I think. So you are feeling better. You're feeling very relieved. So if this maybe happened today or Tuesday or kind of into Wednesday, then as we roll over into Wednesday onward, maybe even a little sooner actually, I do think you're going to be very relieved. You're going to feel in a much better, brighter energy, like you can you know, take a deep breath and just feel more relaxed and essentially feel more guided. Now, I'm not sure if that's just because you changed your mind, had a shift in perspective, or if some sign did come through. Some of you, that could be the case, but if it did, they're not telling me. So it may have to be a surprise. It's not like I can, you know how it is, I can't really give spoilers and stuff, like if you're meant to go through something, but you are feeling really good here. You're feeling very secure. Is there anything else we need to know about for this week in self for group 2, Angelite Heart? Okay. So here with the, again, with the number 5, it's interesting. You already got 3 of them. So we have the 5 of Imagination or Cups. It looks like you are really hyper-focusing maybe on Tuesday night. They're so specific with this. Or like early, but it's like an evening. I think that on one of these particular days, you're going, or evenings, you're going to be focusing specifically on something that has already passed, okay? So it could be from your past. It could be something that perhaps, they said like, left you, or you lost, or I don't know if it's specifically only grief. It could obviously be many different things. But as you can see, the child here, the tide came in and destroyed the child's sandcastle. So that's kind of like the idea behind this card. And I think that you could be focusing on that very much. This is what could have, well, I was going to say this is what could have caused this inner conflict, and that's what kind of led you to this with the forgiveness card, where I had said that you're going to be doing some self-reflection. I think it did really well for you. I think you kind of did get yourself out of a slump, or rather you will get yourself out of a slump. Maybe you do some literal prayer. Maybe some of you were doing some reading, writing, or getting involved with music or something like that. But there's some alone time here that's very effective for you either way. What else do they need to know about this week in self, Spirit? Yeah, we have the Game, which is the Fool card, okay? And you do have a guide right by your side. I do feel that you have unburdened yourself regarding something, and maybe just feeling completely hopeful. And now I'm seeing the similarity with the facial expressions. Obviously, there's not much variation here, but I think that, yeah, it's going to put you in a much higher vibration, and this was a very abrupt upswing. Like, you're feeling much better, right away, just because of this change of, I think, perspective, perhaps. Here we have the Ace of Cicadas. Group 1 also got this in like a similar time frame in their other spread, like their outer world. So for Ace of Cicadas being in your area of self, though, again, it's the same thing. Like, oh, and music is involved again. I wonder, some of you, only maybe half of you are, okay, this is not a spoiler, but some of you might be receiving, is it? And you might be receiving a sign through lyrics, songs, words, something that you can hear. Could be considered clairaudience, I suppose, especially if you hear it and it's just sort of this mysterious spiritual message. I can literally hear some bells ringing. It could be wind chimes, literally speaking. But I do think some form of communication or clarity will come through. Is there anything that they do need to know about that or can know about that? Did I say that this was Ace of Swords? I forget what I say. What is this, please? The letter Y, as in yellow, might be significant for only some of you, like very small number of you. And then we have here the Four of Swords, or cicadas. I was just looking at the some of the repeating numbers. There's nothing you have to do. That's what they just said. There's not much you have to do about a particular situation. All you have to do is rest, take a step back, take some time, enjoy the stillness even. Like, enjoy the stillness, enjoy the calmness, if there is any, or like moments of quiet, moments of stillness. When the time is right to take action, you will. You'll definitely will, and will be guided to, and will also feel called to internally. But that's what they said for now. They're being extremely mysterious about this, which is probably a good thing. Spirit, anything else that they need to know just in the area of self for this week? Kind of a little bit of an up and down for you guys, but really, you know, nothing too crazy. Definitely doable, and it does even out at the end. And we'll check your outer world after this. It's exactly the same thing. It's kind of just mysterious, ambiguous. We're not sure exactly which way to go. You will, though. Like, you will have clarity, but for some reason this week, I think some of it may not be entirely clear, just simply because things are, I think, most likely aligning. That's usually how it is. The Labyrinth, please. That's a moon card, by the way. See if they give me a spoiler. Oh, well, I mean, that's good news. We have, the game is the Fool, and this is the World card, the final card, and you'll be further guided on your path. So don't worry, because there will be a win, like literally. There is going to be a win for you, but the way that you get there might be a little seemingly confusing, but that's okay. If you're a type of person who really gets anxious without knowing answers, it might be difficult to deal with that. You may need to just refocus yourself on like having trust within the process and faith. But at the end of this, whatever this is talking about, you will have a win anyway. So try to just trust the whole process, like trust your guides and the divine that they're helping you out. Just keep doing what you're doing. So that's all they'll tell me. They don't want to reveal too much here, but I mean, your week looks pretty good. It's just, you know, some ups and downs, like I said. Nothing that you cannot handle, of course. So we're going to take a look into your outer world, see if that kind of clears a little up here. Spirit, this is for group 2 and their outer world, please. What energies moving forward into this week, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world, work, home, relationships, friendships, family, anything. Angelite, thank you. Spirit moving forward, outer world. Okay, what is this? This is a situation that is probably very limiting and kind of going against the grain of your true path or your true energy in some way. Can you tell us what this is or what's going on here? Some advice as well. Some of you, it could just simply be your either a romantic relationship or a close loved one. It could be that, but I don't know if this person is also going through this energy. It's not clear to me if they're causing it or you're both just in it together. Others of you, if that's not the case, obviously it could be something else close to your heart. Depends on, you know, depends. Everyone's different. What is this and what's the advice? Thank you. I really would be careful with this situation. These cards have the tendency to skew our thoughts. It goes against our soul, where like it goes against the truth and the authenticity of our soul when we're in this energy. Be careful. Take it very slowly. This is the advice, okay? Whatever this happens to be. Basically, I think that someone is not seeing the situation perfectly clearly, whether this is you, someone else, or both of you. So it totally gives me Mercury retrograde vibes, even though I don't think we're in that right now. Either way, something is blocking a truth here. It could be a misunderstanding. It could be something's out of whack and out of alignment. You have to take this slowly, because right now we may not be able to trust the final conclusions because it's not based off of truth. You know what I mean? So obviously you don't have to take my word for it, because everyone should trust their intuition at the end of the day, but this is just what I'm seeing. So if it resonates, you may want to, you know, proceed with caution. Any other advice for this? They're not really giving me a time frame, but since this was first, this could be something you're already dealing with, actually. Yeah, same kind of thing, and this fits with your energy of self. Remember the 5 of imagination with the sandcastle? Yeah, it's not going to be permanent. This is not going to be permanent. Someone's perspective will shift. Your perspective will also shift, or I don't know if it's more than one person here, but what else do they need to know, please? What's going on? Now, this is really not specific to a situation, but they did say whatever the situation happens to be, this is the energy you might be dealing with, like a good 80% of you or so. But don't worry, because you are protected, whatever this is. It's just basically something you must learn from. I'm assuming that's just kind of how it goes, but it's going to affect everyone in a different capacity. Okay, what else do they need to know? Please. Yeah, I kind of feel like someone, what's this? It kind of feels like someone here is not... I feel like someone is trying to rush through something, and quite honestly, the Fool card feels immature. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody that's not thinking, like, they're not forward thinking. They're kind of just thinking only in the bubble of the present moment, and they're kind of like failing to see the consequences of something, I think, but I'm not sure exactly. It's giving me mixed vibes. Can you tell us about this Fool and the King of Pentacles, and what is the advice, please? Thank you for group 2. Someone just simply needs to think things through, really. Whether this is you or someone you're dealing with, someone really needs to take time to think this through very carefully. I wish I knew what it was, but again, I guess the situation at the end of the day doesn't matter if it's producing the same energy, right? But I think it's all over the map. Everyone's dealing with something different. See, there's, again, this energy of indecision. Group 1 also got that too. But this time in you guys' reading, it's actually only more because someone has not thought the whole thing through. In group 1, it was different. They overthought it. But here, I think that someone has not taken the time to really, really just consider all of the different... Not to say you have to consider all the outcomes, but here they're just trying to say be wise. That's what I'm feeling here. This is opposite energy for me right now, the Fool and the Hermit. This is talking about wisdom. And only when you have that inner reflection and inner wisdom can you take that step forward. Now, again, this could be someone else. So what is any other advice for this? Yeah, I think someone here is going to benefit greatly from considering the future outcome more. You know, it's funny because sometimes I wouldn't even recommend that at all, and I'd be like, try to stay a little bit more present. Actually here, whoever this is will benefit more from thinking ahead. For example, if this is a case of, let's say, the Fool card, right? The Fool wants to just have this instant gratification or whatever. That may backfire. So someone here really needs to consider, how is this going to look a week from now, a month from now, even if it's like something more longer term, like a year from now. Someone has to really consider that. And, you know, I guess some practical advice would just be, if you're unsure of anything, or if you're not sure, I think that everyone may still benefit from not saying yes to something or not committing to something right away. I don't think we'll ever really regret saying, hey, can I have a little more time to think about this? That just depends. But anything else, Spirit, moving forward, what is coming towards them this week that they need to know about? We have also the Ten of Pentacles. What else? Ace of Swords. That Ace of Swords is really making its rounds. So this is a really good energy. I think this is a separate situation, a separate energy. There's going to be communication, harmony, good vibes, security. This could be within the context specifically of something with either family or community, depending on your situation. So for example, could be work or whatever. But this is going to be, there's good vibrations here. Is there any kind of knowledge they need to have here, or just any clues as to the tens and the ace in their outer world? Not really. Just try to be in a good vibe. Try to extend yourself with just regular friendship or kindness, or in just to try to be in your good energy of light. That's all, you know, especially if there's something happy going on, if there are some either occasions or conversations, just enjoy it. Just share that energy of love within your heart space towards others, friends, family, whoever. And I think that it'll be good for you, you know, definitely. Any other final messages for this week and what's coming in the outer world for group 2? Queen of Pentacles. Whoop. Anything else? And the Judgment card. I just think it's a really heavy collective thing where, like, I do think that there's going to be a lot of guides and angels coming through this week to really try to help us, okay? I'm just seeing you guided, that's all. And again, group 1 got pretty similar messages because they had the forgiveness card. which is my version of the Judgment card with the angel and the trumpet. But anyway, I do think that you're going to be heavily and highly protected, especially towards the end of the week with something. So just let yourself be guided, maybe, is one of the advices here, just to really allow that to come through. It may not occur to you, though. I will tell you ahead of time. This may not occur to you, but I think it'll kind of click with you afterwards, and then you'll be like, was that guidance? And I think it'll be really helpful to you. Try to keep an eye out for that. Final advice, please. Final advice here with the Six of Pentacles. They said something kind of like give or give back. So whoever in the situation, if it was you or even the situation itself, like if they said something like you may feel good to give more towards that, to kind of like to balance it, but that depends on the situation. So just try to find a little bit more balance in your situation this week. If there was too much you were giving or too little time you spent with whatever else it was, just to balance that out. That was kind of vague, so let me just get one more. And one last thing with the Empress, I mean, definitely that's a card for me to say to stay in your power, but they also kind of said something with manifesting. They're being extremely cryptic about this card, but they did say something is growing. Something is in the process of growing. So it may not become clear just yet. There's something sincerely still growing and just developing for you within your energy, with something specifically that you're manifesting or creating, but they just wanted to let you know that it's there, just as a little final confirmation. So group 2, little mysterious reading. I hope it resonated though. So if it did, you can let me know below. Just give me some feedback, but I do hope that this was helpful, okay? And if you are new, you can subscribe if you feel called, and if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Okay, so thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is black tourmaline. So first, let's get your energy for the week, see how you'll be doing, and spiritually, emotionally, all that stuff, and then we'll get the outer world. Spirit, this reading is for group 3, black tourmaline, please and thank you. Moving forward into just this week, how will they be doing, please? What energies are coming towards them in the area of self? Thank you. Kind of felt a little confusion as I was shuffling. I don't know if that was me or the stone. But we have here the Child of Polynoses, which is the Page of Pentacles. We have the Two of Imagination or Cups. So far, it's looking really beautiful, group 3. I don't know, maybe you are protected this week, but it kind of seems like you're just sort of in your inner child energy, and like just really in this sense of warmth. And there's also an openness. Like I'm just feeling straight up childhood energy here, like in terms of the energy itself, like the the spiritual energy of childhood. Moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in self, please, for just this week for group 3. We have the Teacher. This card has really been showing through in every spread. This is the Hierophant card, the Daydream card, which is the High Priestess, whoops, and then Magic Tricks, which is the Magician. This is a highly potent spiritual energy that's coming through. Very odd, because I can't get my head out of that child feeling over here. So I'm not sure if maybe there's some nostalgia or maybe childhood memories, or there's like playfulness. Something is going on for you. It's really high vibrational, but maybe that's kind of the confusion I was feeling. Because I kind of felt like I was I guess it feels like a dream where it's like spinning around and you're kind of like transported in a sense. It just felt very dreamlike to me. But for this week, I wonder what is going on for you in your outer world. We'll see that next, but it just seems very powerful. That the Magician and the High Priestess and the Hierophant. What's the advice, or what is the message of what's going on here? Like, what is this energy for them? I see. Okay. Alrighty. So group 3, I think I know why I was feeling that sense of confusion. This is not very often that I see this or am able to even talk about this. This is something that we can't really explain, anybody, I think. But what I am seeing here is the 5D behind the scenes spiritual development happening right here in the cards. So I think that for this week, something very powerful is happening for you, I suppose behind the scenes, but you're going to be feeling the vibrations of this. So that's why I had such trouble trying to figure out what this was. This will be successful for you. I think that you are allowing this to happen. I don't know if that sounds like you or not, but it does seem like you're surrendering to whatever transformation this is, and it is going to benefit you greatly. I think that there's just a lot of alignment happening. Basically, your spiritual pieces falling into place, downloads happening, signs and synchronicities and different things that are all downloading for you. You can see I'm struggling. I've never had to describe this before. I mean, like, I describe other energies and stuff going on, but to be able to describe something I can't even access is very weird to me. But it's happening for you guys. I'm trying to translate this and how it's going to feel for you. I mean, it's going to feel pretty good. It's going to feel like a buzz. That's why I feel so ungrounded right now. I feel like I'm in a cloud, like my head is in a cloud, right? Kind of like this, but I think it's going to be good. And if you're wondering, like, why do I feel so weird and airy this week? It could be because of this. Okay. And it could feel like you're a little kid again, I think. You know, like, especially for those of us who grew up, like, as you can see from my deck, like the 90s and stuff, before, like, the crazy technology boom and whatever, like, it was just all pure play and being present, and just, like, the days were so long. Like, I don't know, it's, again, nostalgia, I was saying before. It feels very, I don't know how to even say it, but yeah, airy and stuff. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore, but this is going to be good for you. I can only imagine what's going to happen after this. So after spiritual transformation, after alignment takes place, after the veil is lifted in a lot of ways. So I suppose maybe a good example of this, let's say that you're just doing your thing, working on your spiritual development, everything, and you're healing everything you have to do and stuff. And then when you come back and have a moment and you kind of revisit yourself or what you're doing, all of a sudden you have higher clarity. You have more light, more energy coming to you, more knowledge. It's kind of just hard to explain it, but you feel it. So I think that's what's coming towards you. Ugh, okay, I need to wrap my head around Earth again. Any other advice, messages, or guidance, Spirit, for this week for Group 3, Black Tourmaline? Just let this happen, Group 3. Just let it, and I think that's what you have been doing. It's overwhelming, actually. You have some lovely ladybugs and a spider and the note on the floor. Any of these, anything at all this week that is making itself obvious to you could be part of some signs and synchronicities. Not that you really need that, but if you do often seek that, I do think that that is going to be part of this. There could be some message in a dream as well, just because I often see these notes in dreams and I can't really read them. But anything else about the Wheel of Fortune here? So they're both a number 10, and here, in this case, I am seeing it as an ending of a cycle. You see here where there's just like all these burdens and the shadows of the past and the clouds. Definitely just let all that go. Easier said than done, but you're doing it or you will do it. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, let's get the outer world. It doesn't look like you're going to be fazed by much, but let's see if we can get any sort of hints, helpful advice, for anything at all in your outer world that wants to identify itself. Spirit, can you please give us their outer world? Moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in their outer world, work, home, relationships, family, friend, anything at all. Oh, well, I mean, I did say you're not going to be phased, which is good, but I think your outer world is going to be showing some change, though. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune here again, okay? So if anything at all is rapidly changing around you this week, please do not be alarmed. This is really merely just a reflection of the inner transformation that you were undergoing. It may feel kind of stressful and chaotic at first, but if you do not get sucked into the chaos, you can just simply meditate, ground yourself. I told that to group 1, I think, where I think it was yesterday I did it. I just put on a YouTube root chakra meditation, just chanted with it. I really got into it. I used my essential oils and stuff, and it felt great. I really feel like it helped me a lot. Especially if you have crystals as well, you can use that. Spirit, what is happening in their outer world that they need to know about? I'll get some info on that in a minute. Things could be happening kind of quickly this week, kind of just like all washing away. Something that really, really had no place in your life. It just was meant to go. It was very loose and detached in its energy, in its essence already, and it just needed to get out of there, and it does, I will tell you. I wish I knew exactly what it was, but everyone's different. What's happening in their outer world, please? There is another thing, though. This is like a separate kind of a thing. It looks like something is still developing, and it's going to take some time and patience, but please do not worry about this. I'm not sure what it is for, like, specifically for each of you, but it does look like as one thing kind of rapidly just blew away, right? Something else is trying to, like, crawl through the soil. They said, like, that sounds a little scary, but it's trying to, like, rear its head. This is something else. I think that it could have been something that you expected to happen, or like you kind of want, you know, you wanted or expected to happen, but it's just really striking me as something still needs more time. So I suppose the advice would be try not to expect anything at all, because let me tell you again, your guides and the divine have a huge hand in what's happening here. And not to say you're powerless, but I think there's this collaboration you got going on with them, and they are trying to craft something that is in your best interest that you asked them for. So you have to kind of let them do their job, I suppose, is the advice that I'm getting. But the tendency is to worry if it looks a certain way. But do not believe that. It's an illusion. Something might look like it's, oh crap, this again, or it's not going this way. That's an illusion. I will tell you right now, that is an illusion. I don't know when it's happening. It could happen any point this week. It's really not telling me when, like the other groups were. But again, please trust the process. This is destiny happening here. But there is a lot of fast motion at first. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more specifically now what's going on in... can you tell us the specific areas or any specific details? Which I guess not. We'll try. So the Moon card is saying it is going to be mysterious. It is going to be a little bit kind of unanswered at first. Some of you, it could be within an area of your life where you wanted to feel safe or stable or secure. Some of you, see, that's why it's all different. Some of you, that could be work. Others, it could be literally just like your home life. Others of you, it could be a relationship or friendship. That's why they're not being specific, because it's very changeable here. What is the advice for any of this stuff? You might need to work directly with your guides this week, or with a trusted loved one who acts as a guide. That's what they said. Otherwise, you may feel kind of nervous and scared. But like I said, you know, the other spread, like with just self, that was this energy where you were really untouchable. So if it interests you to not get swooped up in all of this, right, you may need to honestly kind of detach and just and remind yourself and be like, everything is working out. Everything is happening for a reason. Again, I don't know exactly how this is going to affect your outer world, but it may feel really intense in the beginning. Is there anything we can know about the Tower card in their outer world this week, just this week? It could have been something that you were really, really, really focused on. And others of you, it could be directly either something relating to something at work, something with finances, or something with your physical environment. So it's going to be all across the board here. It doesn't mean something bad is going to happen. I just think that something intense is going to happen. Something that like really is like maybe like shaking you, something that happens that's out of the ordinary. Some of you, it could actually even be mild, but others of you, it just could kind of take you by surprise. What else do they need to know this week? What's going on? What's the energy? What energies are coming towards them in the outer world? On the other hand, some of you, I don't know, I really can't tell you a percentage here, but they said something like, they kind of said the number 20. I don't know what that is. Some of you, there could be a reconciliation with someone. This is very random. Could be a masculine energy that you were dealing with. Now, they gave me double of this message just in case I was iffy about it, which I was. There could be a masculine energy that you were dealing with, male or female, just masculine. I do see that there is an invitation or an opportunity for some kind of communication. And I do think that the potential is that it could be very healing, or at least very, there could be a sense of resolution to it, or even closure, just some type of airing out, the emotion or energy. Is there any advice for this? That could be by Thursday-ish. I don't have, that could differ for some of you, but I kind of felt Thursday was for, I just needed to say that. The advice is, this one is really up to you to decide what to do, because we have the scales, and maybe if you are feeling a little bit indecisive. Strangely enough, the first two groups got exactly the same message with indecision. Can you tell us what is the best way to move forward with this? It's oh my God, it's exactly the same message. That kind of freaked me out. So we have the sword again, and then we have the scales again. Try to be fair to yourself, or fair to the situation, okay? Depending on what happened. I don't have any idea what happened. But like, yeah, try to be fair. That's all they're saying. I don't know exactly how you wish to discern what fair is. Maybe talk to that trusted friend, maybe ask your guides, because there's way too many different situations here. But I do have other pick of cards that could be helpful. There's some, I don't know, you can just kind of leaf through them. But yeah, try to go about this situation, if this resonates with you, whoever this is. Try to understand what is fair and what will be fair. And also not just fairness and balance, but also what you will, what you're going to feel right about. Because I think that in this particular instance, like, what you do next, you have to feel really good about your decision, because whatever that might be, like, you're the one that lives with it, right? You're the one that lives in your head. So you have to make sure that within your mind and your heart and your whatever, your soul, that you feel good about this decision. That's all they'll tell me. Let me know what that is. I'm really interested. Spirit, final message of what's coming towards them, or any advice, what's coming towards them this week. This is a jam-packed week of energy, I will tell you. It's like a lot. It's late. As I'm doing this, I'll probably not sleep. We have the High Priestess. Same thing. Follow your intuition very closely, okay? And then finally with the Eight of Cups, I do feel a hidden message here for some of you. You may need to be ready to just move on. What they mean by that is, like, anything at all that was a repeating, painful, unnecessary, at this point, an unnecessary cycle. They said you have to be ready to leave all that behind. That's kind of how they said it. But that's up to you, okay? Okay, so group 3, I think I'm going to have to leave it there. This was a lot of energy. I do hope it was helpful. So if you want to let me know how this resonated, I'm super curious. And let me know in the comment, like, that you picked group 3, because I'll forget. But yeah, thank you guys. If you'd like a personal reading, it's below. And if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. Thank you. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Blessings. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is selenite. So first we're going to get the energies for just you, how you'll be doing energetically, and then outer world. Spirit, this reading is for group 4, please and thank you. Moving forward into just this week. What energies are coming towards them in the area of self, please, Spirit? Group number 4, selenite. Thank you. You may benefit greatly from some sort of a cleanse, because I was feeling called. I just want to, like, it kind of started to look like salt, like a salt bath. And, oh, actually it is, I guess, salt. But that would be really beneficial to you, especially if you've been feeling stagnant or negative or whatever. If you cannot do something like an actual salt bath, I mean, or like a salt shower even, you could probably just go out into fresh air, nature. You can even just put on some aura cleansing music on YouTube. They have really great tracks. So your first card is Flow, which is the Temperance card. Very, very positive vibrations here so far. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in self? I feel this mysterious guide at your side with the bird here. Incredibly strong energy to the point where I'm like, huh, who is this? I don't know who it is. It could be a guardian of some sort, but someone is watching over you in a very loving way. Kind of like looking after you. I really don't know who this is, but that bird is beautiful. And I just started to like, I'm like sweating from, I don't know what is happening right now. I think they were just trying to give me a really strong message. It's very intense. Oh God. And then we have here the Labyrinth, which is the Moon card. And Ace of Imagination, which is the Ace of Cups. And then another white birds here. I think there's like love being pointed in your direction. So whether this is like a loved one who has passed or a loved one from afar, it's very strong energy. And self, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and then we have Mama, which is the Empress card. And finally we have Chariot, Go. Okay. Very powerful, passionate energies here. I'm kind of curious about the Labyrinth card, the Moon. It's not really giving me anything, which is, I guess, the nature of that card. But I'll clarify this in a moment. But other than that, you're moving forward, really good energy, powerful manifestation energy, like kind of like in your power, with your willpower, your decision-making, your confidence even. I'm getting this nagging feeling that there's something you may not be seeing yet this week because it's not meant to be revealed to you until further notice. They're not telling me what it is, but I'm curious about that one. We'll see later on. Can you tell us about the Labyrinth card, please? What is this? What's the clarity or advice or anything with the Labyrinth, the Moon? Okay, the Wheel. This is basically just destiny. Something really is happening. If you watch the video from start to finish, you're going to see the similarities with the collective energy. And more than one group also got this card, that something is really happening within our destined paths, and just like things aligning, things falling into place. All of these collective transformations happening, of course, all at the same time. What is the advice? You kind of just have to let this happen, I suppose, right? Try not to get caught up in old battles, and everything will happen as it's meant to. That's all the advice. That's all they want to tell you. Try not to get caught up in battles that you've already fought, things that are old cycles. Really try not to get tempted or like swept up in it again. And whatever this is going to move forward very nicely. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to know? But there's a lot of motivation here. I do feel that you're focusing well this week, and there will be even more motivation actually towards the end of the week, like past the midpoint of the week. What else, please? What do they need to know? Energy of self. This is the Three of Swords. What's the message here? Oh, there it is. There's the message. We got it. With the Mama card, it was just the look on her face. I just felt that you were closing your eyes to something, and now I see what it is. It's right here, okay? This is probably not a surprise, okay? This is the Three of Swords and the Devil card. So clearly there's something. I don't know what the color red could be for you guys, but it's kind of showing itself strongly here. There could be something that when you think about it, it kind of tends to put you in that little cage in some way. And I would assume that there does need to be some further healing for this. Try to resist the urge to run from whatever this is, okay? I know you're tired of hearing this message, but there's a reason why it keeps coming up. If we are in a pattern, we must break that cycle, break that pattern. Otherwise, it will continue, right? What is the best way to heal whatever this is, or to address whatever this happens to be for them? Something obviously painful, or that causes some type of fear, or like paralysis, you know? Well, one message may be that you might have to surrender in some way. So if you want to control a situation very badly, if you want something so very badly that it stresses you, this is one aspect where the divine wants you to let go of all of that and trust them a little bit here, okay? Remember, you are being watched over. So that's one piece of advice. What's the other piece of advice for this? Now, I'm telling you this is even better that this is coming through, because you're doing really well with your focusing, with whatever it might be. It could have been a goal that you had, or even with your healing and balance, or a direction that you want to head in. I would hate for you to feel halted because of this. So the sooner that you go into this energy within yourself and do some healing, the sooner that you can break free of this. So we have the Learner of Imagination, which is the Knight of Cups. They said, what are they doing here with the paintbrush? I see the vibe here. You see the canvas is blank on both cards. So well, mostly blank. You're kind of just dabbing the paintbrush there. I believe these are the only two cards I drew with paintbrushes. I cannot remember, but you're receiving signs left and right here. Oh, look at the, oh, wow. Can you believe this? That's so weird. Some guide is really sending you heavy synchronicities, group 4. My golly. And then you have the butterfly. But you have a chance to start fresh is kind of what they're saying, like clean slate, right? To relearn something. I'm not trying to sound too therapist-y right now, but that's kind of what they're saying. I don't know exactly what they're getting at totally, but and you also have a similarity here too. I'm really interested in this. You see the palette, and that's sort of what I was going for. The colors and the palette, amazing. I don't know what this means for you precisely, but I mean, like, could have something to do with, I don't know if it's healing through your creativity, or some aspect of this does have to do with either like art or your creativity, or maybe something with writing. I don't know if that's literally what they're saying, but symbolically it's clear that you have this chance to start completely fresh. But that does mean, you know, we have to release what doesn't serve, of course. Now, obviously, I'm going to recommend, if you haven't done so already, to start working on their 7 chakra healing. I have a video for that below. I explain everything there. It's helped change my life. I keep talking about it because I really want as many people to know about it. It's amazing, and it helped me to heal my deeper issues within my chakras that were blocking me. So I think the same will help you for sure, okay? Anything else in the area of, I didn't even get to the next area, my goodness. Final message. It's going to be a big transformative week for sure. Yeah, the future is looking really bright. You know, sometimes it feels like we're getting there kind of slowly. It does feel like progress is slow sometimes, but it's going to be very strong for you guys. So just keep going and doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on these positive goals. This is not going to stop you, but it is going to kind of keep showing itself up, because Spirit, you know, Divine wants you to truly heal whatever this is, because think of how much more powerful you're going to be without that blocking you, you know? I don't know if it resonates, but let me know below if it does. So now we're going to get the energies for your outer world, any areas there. Spirit Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in their outer worlds, whether it's work, home, relationships, friendships, family, anything. What do we need to know? What's coming? Group 4. Okay. So that hard work is still there. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of... I feel the tiredness from there. 9 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. What's going on here, and is there any advice? It looks like you're going to keep going, like working hard on either a positive goal, or this is literally at work, or something in the physical. There's a lot of hopeful energy though, so please don't give up. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're focusing on, please don't give up. There's hopeful energy surrounding you and also empowering you too. I do see the bird here again as well. It's a different bird this time. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does look like something is still a little dissatisfying for you in your outer world, and this could kind of trigger these fears, I think, in some way, but probably only because it may not match with what you truly want, ideally, for your future. But remember, we did see the progress would be there. Even if it's a little bit slower than we would like, it's still there, which is a great thing. What do they need to know about this? Any advice here, and what's going on? This is not an event. This is really not anything out of the ordinary. They're saying you're gonna, you're gonna continue doing what you're doing. Just be aware of some sort of triggering feelings that tend to bring you down, but we already went through what that could be. And the advice here is to really express the energy of gratitude, because that will take you out of any disappointment energy. It's not that we're trying to lie to ourselves, but we're trying to shift the vibration from this negative or, darker, shadowy vibration to something lighter and something less burdensome, right? So try to just really express gratitude for where you are, find some positives, because it may feel heavy, but I still think you're going to be making a lot of progress. What else is coming towards them this week in their outer world? Group 4, anything they need to know about? There goes the Hanged Man again. Okay. There could be, this is a separate message, there could kind of be a little bit of a limbo too. Something where it's going to start to look like, oh, there's this conflict brewing. But that will be very temporary. Spirit, what area of their life is this? What is this coming from? Okay. This doesn't look like it's, let me see, who is this? Is this you or somebody else? If this is you, well, it could be you or someone close to you. Someone here is expressing or feeling some type of heartache. Could be some, I don't know what this is. Like, they did kind of say dissatisfaction. I wonder if that's the word, because I heard that over here too. Spirit, what is this exactly, please? This could just be with someone in your life. Again, it also could be with you too. It's sort of like overlapping message there. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing in the Page of Pentacles face, which I've never really noticed before. The Page of Pentacles looks really, there's not a great word I have to describe this, but yeah, kind of like dissatisfied, or has like a problem, or some issue. Someone here in your energy, whether it's you or someone very close to you, has like an issue, and I think that they're trying, how can I don't want to say like they're trying to create a problem, but if this does happen, this might happen Wednesday or like middle-ish of the week. You don't have to do anything. You just have to surrender this. Do not get sucked in, and respond with kindness or like a loving energy, and this will be completely fine. I don't know what's going on here. Someone here is going through something. Can you tell us who or what is this? What do they need to know here? I think they're just, I don't know if they're like just struggling with their own inner issues, or there's a clash of you two, maybe. Or the situation even. Something about the situation is a little off and needs healing, okay? Or some sort of balance. Yeah, just really don't get sucked in. Just try to, yeah, just try to let this wash over and not get sucked in, because you know what? This is why they're telling you this. It was taking me a minute to get this message. They're saying that if you surrender and detach from this situation, and you're not interfering with your own energies, not to say like interfering, but like if you're not contributing to this energy in any way, this is going to solve itself. Legit, group 4. This is going to solve itself, and you can just go forward, and you're going to be in the clear. Okay, so I have no idea what this is talking about, but just let this solve itself by not getting sucked into it. Just detach, be peaceful, be in a good vibe, and don't let this suck you in, I suppose. Any other final messages about what's coming towards them in their outer world? Anything at all? The Knight of Cups, yeah, I mean, pretty smooth. I think that one is actually like by Friday, most likely. It's a much smoother energy. You know what, group 4, let me know if you do walk away. You have 3 cards in a row. Well, sort of 4 even. You have 3 cards in a row of walking away from something. So if you feel called to, if you feel comfortable to, let me know if you do that. But let me know it's group 4 because I'll forget. But it does kind of seem like something that was previously blocked, or even like a, what do you call it? Like you might have had like a blind spot or something like that. But you're walking away, like, but this is good for you. I don't mean to sound like that was like bad news. This is actually really good news for you. I don't know if you'll see that immediately though, because again, there's like a little bit of a blind spot. So it's up to you. Use your intuition as always, but it seems like you're just okay with this. You're just like, I am done here. I don't know what this is. All right. Any final advice, please, for group number 4? Thank you. If you do need some further guidance, of course, I have some other pick of cards you might find useful. Final card, again, with this like notion of moving forward, moving onward. You're very excited about this. Like, I'm feeling an authentic energy come from here, and I'm feeling like this is the you where there's a lot cleared from your aura and your mind. Like it's a clear energy, and you're moving forward in your life in some way, unstuck, completely unstuck, and it's a very good, healthy vibration. So just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I do hope some of this advice was helpful. Just do what you need to do, again, in your intuition, but I you know, I can only recommend. But anyway, group 4, I think I have to leave it there. Really interesting reading. Okay, so if you feel called to let me know what's going on. But yeah, that's what I have for you. If you'd like a personal reading, link is below. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But thank you once again. And I'm sending you guys blessings, okay? And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.